Except I'm back here in the saddle with Johnny Robb.
Oh yeah.
Kicking tails and lighting fires. Hey man, what's up?
How's it going?
It's good.
It's good.
Thanks for joining us again. Click like and subscribe.
Don't forget the bell.
It makes things better.
The bell is very important.
And sometimes people wait to click the bell.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea. It's just like waiting for a Fender Custom Shop.
Oh, ouch.
No, it's just, we've had lots of talk and discussions lately about the wait time conundrum, but we have ideas on how to beat it.
Conundrum, I like that word.
It's a fancy word. I went to high school.
Conundrum.
I learned it there.
That's good.
I learned it in a book somewhere.
I've heard about that.
But no, so the wait times have gone up to almost 18 months for a custom build guitar. Master builds are a little bit in that ballpark too, anywhere from 18 months to 64 months, depending on the builder. That's quite a ways. Some are way less, if you know someone. It is something that it does. It helps sometimes.
Yes.
But there's ways to get around it, and there's ways that you maybe shouldn't get around it.
Interesting.
The first thing to do,
obviously,
is know the deal you're ordering with. There are some that get, I don't know, preferential treatment maybe, and because they know folks and send them illegal things like cigars from Cuba.
I like to think so.
Or you put your order in now.
Yesterday.
Put your order in yesterday, because the wait time is not getting better.
No. It's only going to increase from here, I can imagine.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll come back to like a parody in Equilibrium, which is a great movie, by the way, with Christian Bale. The first gun fu, precursor to John Wick. Anyway, see how quick we got distracted? I'm thinking about now with this cool cloak on. Very Matrix-y outfits, too. Can't have emotions.
I gotta tell you, I watched the new Matrix. That's all we'll say.
That's all we're going to say right there. Continuing on.
Nothing more to say.
Wow, wowzers. Got plenty of movies in the video coming out later this week. Don't worry. We got a whole thing on.
Oh,
don't worry.
yeah.
Very excited. It's like Baxter's fantasy video finally gets to come to fruition. Sort of. Yeah, it's a fantasy video. But no, the other thing we were talking about is you don't really have to perhaps wait, because maybe your dream guitar is already being built. You just don't know it. We build a ton of guitars for the shop that we spec out that are like fantasy guitars for us and what we think might be ones that you as well might love.
They're like little guitar building elves, making dreams come true. It's like the North Pole of custom shops.
It is kind of that way, because we just like, what would we want? Like, what would I want if I was X and Y and Z, and we get to do that.
I mean, luckily for you, we're not actually building them.
No, it'd be terrible.
We imagine them, and then we send them to the people who actually build them.
And we just had like a gaggle of them show up, kind of like in a room or so behind these camera, and we were pried away from them to come do this video.
One in particular was ridiculously good. I mean, they're all pretty awesome.
Yeah, there's the one though.
One is just
that's all we'll say.
Just visually,
it was the one.
The one.
The one. There's and everything about it. It's just once you add certain magic to things, it's we take a lot of time.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun too, but it's a lot of serious time in working out builds that we think would be spectacular. From a classic time machine build to something a little bit different. I have some coming that I'm super psyched about. Some thin line Strats with like, a painted top and natural backs and cool pickups, and I have Hamway Fat 50s and one of them coming in, which I'm super psyched to hear. Oh, it's just like, but that's not a guitar that you would ever see otherwise. But it's a dream guitar to me, and it's a dream guitar to I think someone else too.
I think so. Well, I mean, it's cool to be able to do that, right? Because when you're building guitars with folks and you think, man, I would like to do this, and then it occurs to you, well, we could do that. We could just order that for the shop,
No, I'm working on a guitar with a gentleman right now, and he's like, we're talking, he wants to put a humbucker in the bridge. I'm like, that's a good idea. We started talking some more about the sounds he wants. I was like, why don't we do a P90? He's like, done, sold. And I was like, yeah, because once we agreed on why we're doing that, and it's going to look awesome. It's going to sound great. I was like, well, I'm just going to do that for the shop too. I need to get one of those because it's one of my favorite dudes is getting one, and I think his guitars are choice taste.
Yep.
Like we kind of live in the same ballpark. We like the traditional, but then we like to throw a little bit of whack job into it. P90 in the bridge, why not? But I love P90s. I love Strats.
P90's great.
It's so that's part of what we get to do. So like that wait time, as it has increased, it went from almost, it used to be like 7 to 10 months at the outreach, and then it slowly eked up to like 8 to 12, 12 to 14, 14 to 16, 16 to 18 now, and so we're sort of sitting there at the moment. Like 18 is what we're sort of being told to tell folks, and that's what we're sort of seeing.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it drops again. We don't know, but at the same point, here's the other conundrum of it: we don't want it to drop necessarily,
Which seems counterintuitive,
right?
but
Well, it's not because we don't want it to drop because of demand issues. We don't want it to drop because of
quality.
right.
Like if they were just banging them out, like more produced than ever and also faster, that'd be a little bit of a red flag, right? If they were just churning them out and you're like, oh, wow, how are they making all these things? There's no way that you could keep up with well, like the guitars behind the camera that you can't see because you're not here. They're amazing. And these aren't master builds, they're custom builds, and they are awesome.
We were like, this looks like a master build. This one feels like a master build. This one plays like a master build.
And it would be so sad if, we were saying, God, these are custom shops. These are, their LA looks horrible. Oh, blah, blah. But we're not saying that. We're saying they look
No, I feel like the custom shop
amazing.
is leveled up.
Yes.
And they've kept a serious eye on making sure that their quality and their production stays in line. There's snafus everywhere, and we call them out when it happens.
Sure.
We have one of my favorite guys, like, clearly noted, like, make sure the sticker's upside down. We want an upside down sticker. Came back the right way up. We're like, duh.
Yeah, on a reverse headstock. You wanted it to be upside, right?
Yeah, we wanted it to look like it's upside down.
So yeah, those things. I mean, but that's we talked about that before. That's that's our
happened,
job,
it's
right?
happened twice.
Yeah, exactly.
But because we have weird requests sometimes.
But I consistently see the stuff that is jaw dropping in the master built guitars filter down. Do you know what I mean? Like, wow, how did they relic that? How did they make this look so great? And then a few months later, the master builds are even better, and then the custom built stuff is, it
Well, I
constantly
think part of that
down.
is too, like the trickle down is like, and we see the custom builds trickle into production.
True.
Which is really cool to see. Like some of the features that started off as custom builds maybe filtered into that, and vice versa. Some of they all started in the custom shop, but then stuff that becomes common, like within the Ultra series, like the carved neck heels and whatnot. That's also common. Limited numbers in the custom shop now you can do, and it's sort of neat to see how they talk to each other. And
it's like seeing like fancy things they test on like fancy crazy supercars filter into production.
Well, and sometimes we do builds, like this is totally off topic a little bit. We'll do like builder's choice. Like if we're doing a master build and like we love the master builder, and I'm like, hey, you know what? This is to the frame of what we like.
Make it awesome.
Chef special. Go see what you got.
Make it so.
It's an expensive meal we're ordering, but we do it anyway because we're stupid.
That's true.
And within the custom shop, part of the QC issues of why they cannot increase output, which I know is hard to hear sometimes, is it's not very big and the team is very specialized and skilled.
Yeah.
And it takes years to get there usually, unless you fight and claw and beat your way in, like Carlos Lopez did. He was a famed prize fighter back in the day. They call him Fancy Foot Carlos.
I can see that. I can tell.
You can tell?
There's a fierceness in his eyes when you're there.
You can't tell from his soft, sweet baby face,
No.
but his eyes were just like shark eyes. Like when he's serious, he's like, they go soulless. They almost cover up. Yeah, whoa, scary. Anyway,
it's like when you look into the eyes of the guy with the Ghost Rider.
And Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you just get lost in his eyes.
Suddenly, you see like all the things your soul has done that makes you a bad person.
Oh, that's what he does in the movie. I forgot about that.
It's true.
Yeah. I guess I've done bad things too. I mean, I would like to fix all those. But you can by just being a better person.
It's true.
Maybe I try to do that. That's sort of my pitch now to myself every morning.
I mean, it never works out that way in the movie, in Ghost Rider or the comics.
Does it?
No, they usually get.
Oh, okay. I don't want that to happen to me. I haven't done like the bad stuff like those people.
No.
The villains.
No.
I've just say.
I like to think we'd be on the good team if we were in a Ghost Rider comic. If Carlos was Ghost Rider, we'd be like his zany sidekicks.
And maybe I wasn't like nice to a girlfriend at some point when I was younger. Or like,
I don't feel like you get the Ghost Rider eyes for that. Though.
I hope not.
I mean, that makes you a bad person, but not in the same way.
But I say
you've grown. You've learned.
I have grown. Like I wouldn't do some of those things now. And,
No. It's true.
But I've treated everyone really well that I've known.
I feel like you have.
For the most part.
But
I always try to do better. Well, this is like Baxter self-help thing. Thanks, Jonathan. It's like therapy. So tell me about your day. Wait, I pay for this? How expensive is this?
We'll talk about that later.
Needless to say, I haven't seen professional therapy. It probably would be a good idea, but I want to be like the Sopranos, kind of like that. I want like a sort of an attractive Italian woman in Jersey to help me through. That's what I would like, but I don't know if that's going to ever happen.
It's not.
Because I don't live in New Jersey.
You don't.
So the wait time is long. It's good that it's long for the QC. You can beat it by getting something in now, knowing the deals you're ordering with, because then the wait time can be sometimes a little bit shorter because we can pull some strings.
It's true.
But mainly, there might be a guitar coming out that you didn't even know was your dream guitar.
That's true.
Too. So like, talk to the shops that you want to order a guitar with maybe, or just call us, call any of the shops that you love and trust. Of the showcase dealers, most likely those are the ones who do all these mad, crazy orders. And see what we have coming in.
We've been trying to be really good about putting the things that we have coming in. They're up as pre-orders on our website.
Just a few of them. That's just we couldn't do a lot because we can't get pictures of the ones in our heads.
Yeah.
These are just ones that we sort of.
So, yeah.
It's tricky, but there are a lot coming.
Yes.
And it's fun.
It is fun.
But if you do want to do a custom order with us, get on the internet, get on the phone, let us know. We love doing it. It's one of our favorite things to do here. Besides arm wrestling.
We love arm wrestling.
I always win. I'm leaving now. Take me home, Johnny.
I think we already said all the stuff.
Why don't you take me home anyway?
We said the stuff. I'll take you home.
Carry me.
Since we're right here. Like a baby wrapped in my arms.
Good evening.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We love you.
That was sweet.
Wasn't it sweet?
It was nice.
I missed everyone while I was gone for the week.
Yeah,